Hi, my name is Belle. Follow me on my video journey exploring two very different art museums and an independent gallery in the Melbourne area. Melbourne has a thriving, rich and varied choice of over 100 galleries for those wishing to experience the arts. The National Gallery of Victoria hosts international exhibitions. The Ian Potter Centre at NGV is the first major public gallery dedicated to Australian art. Acme, also at Federation Square, features cutting-edge video art and new media-changing exhibits. There are exhibits and experiences for every interest and age group. The degree of interactivity online of these galleries to the wider public and world is dependent on a number of factors, including the medium to be explored and the ownership or copyright of the artwork. Black has led the push for transformation of museums in the 21st century. Black argues that there is a decline in attendances by traditional audience and a continuing failure to engage new audiences. Black believes that smaller museums are particularly at risk of falling attendances as traditional audiences are aging. My first stop was the Heide Museum of Modern Art, 20 minutes from the CBD in the leafy suburb of Bulleen, adjoining Banksia Park. Hi, I'm Belle. I'm here at the Heide Museum of Modern Art in the Sculpture Garden, exploring using the iPad. This is the first stop on the guided tour. It's called The Rings of Saturn. With this app, you can tour the Sculpture Garden without the need for this paper map. So it will soon be a thing of the past, and everything will be digital. Heidi's statement of purpose is that Heide offers an inspiring, educational and thought-provoking experience of modern and contemporary art, architecture, gardens and social history. The almost bohemian experience of Heide and the success of their engagement programs with the public show the museum is succeeding in building awareness. The 2015-16 annual report for Heide, available on their website, shows a 50% increase in revenue from attendances. Digital engagement is being utilised at Heide to promote the museum's exhibitions, events and programs. Print, broadcast, email, digital and out-of-home channels have resulted in an increase in regional and interstate visitors. Heide's informative website is a key source of information for visitors, with an increase in online subscriptions of 35%. Social media growth is becoming increasingly important, with Facebook increasing by 24% to 18,000, Twitter 11% to 6,500, and Instagram with an increase of 165% to 25,000. My next stop on my museum discovery tour was the government-run free entry gallery, the Australian Centre for Contemporary Art. ACCA is Melbourne's leading contemporary public art gallery. As with Heide, the architecture of the purpose-built building is art in itself. The distinctive rust-red building is a city icon. ACCA's focus is commissioning art rather than collecting new artworks by local and international artists from around the world. ACCA delivers a range of curated educational and public programs, including talks, lectures and symposiums, performances, screenings, music and events. ACCA's art education is built around the theme of talk, an interactive discussion, think about the contemporary art as a collaborative inquiry, make workshop law concepts, materials and processes. My last stop in my museum tour was the most engaging for me. A friend posted on a Facebook post for the opening night of an interactive augmented art exhibition. The artist Marc-O-Matic was doing a question and answer the next day. He's an incredibly talented, multidisciplined artist and animator. Hello, today here we are at Art Boy Gallery talking to Marc-O-Matic about his augmented reality exhibition. So Marco, tell me about your work.
Yeah, so I guess my background's been in illustration and animation, and I got into augmented reality technology about 2 years ago, and since then I've been sort of trying to experiment and fuse traditional mediums with immersive mediums to create works that come alive. Yeah, it's been very interesting. There aren't a lot of people in Australia that are performing this sort of this art, so I'm trying to sort of pioneer a unique style with augmented reality technology.
So how does it actually work?
So it's quite a rigorous process. There's quite a lot of hurdles to go through. So I create the artworks first. So I illustrate the works on paper, and then I sort of create a digital representation of that based on the original artwork. So it goes through a process of being scanned and then spliced and then animated using 3D software. And then I use a game engine called Unity 3D that allows me to develop the augmented functionality. So the artworks are essentially QR codes or just gigantic barcodes that when you hover over the artworks of a tablet, they instantly recognize the images in front of them and just load an animation that's hidden in the work.
Do you want to give me a demonstration?
Yeah, sure.
See, that is so clever.
Oh, thank you. Do you want to move around, or I can move around the piece if you'd like, guys, or there's all nooks and crannies to explore when you move around the piece as well. So it's a combination of traditional illustration, ink wash, animation, and 3D modeling and animation. So there's quite a few hurdles to go through to get the works working like this, I guess. Yeah. And
so for people that have purchased your work, can they use the app to activate it at home?
Exactly right. So these are all limited edition pieces. So when people purchase their own editions of the work, they can just simply hang up on their wall, just download my app, which is called Moving Marbles. It's available on both the App Store and the Play Store. And they can just view it in the comfort of their own space. So it's like a little fancy, it's like a dinner party trick for people to shop.
I imagine it would be quite popular.
Yeah, it's quite entertaining.
Piece.
That's right, exactly right.
Thank you so much for your time today, Mark.
No worries. Thank you for checking out the works. Pleasure.
In conclusion, it became apparent to me on my tour that the strategies suggested by Black have mostly been implemented in the 3 different museums I attended. All had some form of interactivity, online presence, and a strong physical audience with community engagement programs.